Good morning, everybody. So it's about 8 o'clock. It stormed pretty good for quite a few hours last night. And currently, the wind is blowing even harder than it was yesterday, and the waves are even bigger. At least they were about an hour ago when I went out there to check. So I kind of went back to bed. So, yeah, unless things drastically calm down, looks like I have day 2 of a 0 day. So, woo! So it's lightly been raining for, I don't know, maybe an hour now. So pretty exciting stuff. So I'm thinking about getting some breakfast going soon. So far the lake has gotten worse rather than calm down. So interesting stuff. Well, I've had breakfast and I had Peak Refuel biscuits and gravy, and it was really good. And coffee. And I'm just kind of sitting here relaxing. It's a lot colder today, so yeah, unless hopefully it'll calm down in the next couple hours and maybe I can go out, but if not, tomorrow is supposed to be a nice day, so we'll just see. Well, it seems like the wind has died down a little bit, but the lake definitely hasn't, so I might slowly start packing things up and just see if there's a chance I can get out on the water today. So it's not a 100% certain chance, and the lake is definitely not very happy, but we'll see. There is a possibility of maybe getting a couple miles in today. Well, I'm trying to decide. I just got the video edited. I'm about to upload it. I'm trying to decide whether it's worth packing everything up and struggling for a couple miles, or just sit here and wait till tomorrow where it's supposed to be nice. I can't really decide. The weather really hasn't gotten any better. I'm gonna check the weather app once I get the Starlink booted up and make a decision. So one thing that I've learned from sitting here is that these waves kind of come in cycles. Like there'll be a bunch of waves, they'll be really loud and really big, and then it'll calm down for about a couple minutes, and then it'll grow big again. So they're not constant, which is something I never knew, that they get worse and then calm down and get worse again over and over again. But it's definitely not a calm day, and I've still got, I don't know, a 20-mile-an-hour headwind. So if I do go out there, it's not going to be fun. Well, I've got my video edited and it's uploaded, so now just not a whole lot to do. It looks like it's supposed to storm this afternoon, so that's fun. But tomorrow there is a chance of some storms kind of scattered around, but it's supposed to be a lot less windy. So hopefully I can get out on the water and make some miles tomorrow, because today looks like another bust, which is a little annoying, but you know, it's the weather. You can't really change it. So I'm at the boat here, and I'm just kind of cleaning it up. I've got my bucket full of water here, and it's just really dirty. There's sand and grit everywhere on this boat, so I'm just kind of dumping out the waters and just washing it all away. So just kind of a chore I'm doing today, trying to pass the time, seeing if this lake will calm down. So I had a late lunch. It was menu 14 Mexican style rice and bean bowl. It was pretty good, and things have kind of calmed down. So they're calling for rain, but it hasn't happened yet, and it looks really light, and I'm kind of tired of sitting around here, so I think I'm just gonna go. I don't expect it to make it terribly far, but it's better than just sitting here all day long. So I'm gonna spend the next hour packing everything up and get out on the water and just see what happens. The lake's calmed down enough that it's not a danger. It's just gonna be a lot of work to keep going. So yeah, I'm willing to keep going. So we'll see how this goes. Okay, so I should turn the mic on so that you can actually hear me. Okay, so it's about 3 o'clock and the lake has calmed down. I've still got a pretty decent headwind, so I'm definitely not going to be going
very fast, but I will be going, so I'm pretty excited. I'm ready to leave this shore and find a new one. So I'm gonna get the boat out in the water and see how far I can get today. I'm really excited that I was able to keep going. Tomorrow looks like it's gonna be a really good day, so hopefully I can get a couple miles in and then hit it hard tomorrow. Well, I spent 2 nights on that little spit of land right there, and I'm excited to keep going. So I've got to get across this bay, and I'm gonna kind of hide behind this hillside, stay out of the wind, and then continue around the point there and keep going. So it's about 5 o'clock, and I'm paddling across this little bay here towards this point. I've definitely got a pretty good headwind, and I'm not moving very fast, but I am moving, and that's all that really matters. So I'm still excited to be making some miles. So I'm just paddling along the shore, and I look up and there's a bison, like right there drinking water, right on the shore, just a single one. That's really cool. See if I can get a little closer to it. Well, that is super cool. It's hard to imagine that there used to be millions and millions of those roaming around. I don't know if that's a wild one or it's the only one I can see. But I was told that there are a whole bunch of herds of these, most on the other side of the lake by a fisherman. So this is the first one I've seen on this side. Very, very cool. Okay, so the bison is just hanging out over there. It actually just laid down, which is really cool. And I'm gonna keep going, heading towards the next point. I'm trying to stay pretty close to shore because of how windy it is, and just stay more protected out of the wind, and just in case the weather turns nasty, I can get off pretty quickly. But that is super cool to see a buffalo bison. I'm not really sure what the correct term is. Okay, so it's about 7 o'clock, and I'm almost to the next turn. So that very hazy line in the distance there is where the lake turns to the right, and yeah, once I get up against there I should be out of the wind, so that's pretty exciting. So I'm going to try to power my way over there and enjoy some calm. I'm having a really good time out here on the water. Well, it's about 8:30 and I'm slowly approaching the corner. It's still pretty smoky and the whole thing is kind of hazy up ahead, but it is pretty exciting to nearly reach that. So in the morning I'll be able to follow that and stay out of the wind, which isn't supposed to be very bad, and hopefully have a good day tomorrow. So I'm really happy that I was able to get on the water. There's a beautiful sunset behind me, and yeah, it's just all about perspective, because even though I was stuck on the bank for a day and a half, I got to spend a day and a half on the beach basically. So that was pretty cool. Looking back at it, that was awesome. So it's still pretty windy, but not too bad. The lake has really calmed down, so I'm pretty happy about that also. So I've already got my video edited for tonight. I did that this morning, so now I can go until basically dark, and then I'll get the tent set up and hopefully get up early and do it all over again. So this whole hillside here has signs of landslides. Like there's big old chunks of dirt that have definitely slid down at once upon a time, which is definitely a little interesting and not all that exciting as someone who camps at the bottom of them. But it did rain yesterday, last night, but not a terrible amount, so I don't think there's really any danger of that. But yeah, I'm just following this shoreline all the way into the distance, and already probably just to that next point. Then I'm gonna have to find a nice flat spot to set up camp. So I just use Google Maps to measure the rest of the lake, and I've got about 65 miles around there left of Lake Oahe. So I'm definitely, gotten a good portion of this lake done, and if I have really good weather, I mean, that's 2 crazy long days or 3 normal days. Most likely 3 days of pedaling. So yeah, if the weather can hold, I might be off of this lake in like 3 days. Now, who knows if that'll actually happen, but still pretty exciting. So I'm going to just push as far as I can before I run out of light tonight. That is a crazy sun with the smoke. Absolutely beautiful. It's kind of crazy how fast it sets. Just over the horizon. You can almost see it move. These are very rocky shores, and finding a flat spot might be a little bit difficult. So hopefully I can find one before it gets dark. It looks a little promising right here in front of me. Well, I managed to find this tiny little cove here, and it's absolutely beautiful here. And it's actual like dirt here, which is pretty exciting because there's just giant rocks everywhere. So pretty lucky that I found this. It almost hurts to get off the water when it's this calm, but the sun has set and I'm losing light fast. So gonna hurry up and get this tent set up. So it absolutely amazes me. This has happened quite a few times now, that as soon as the sun sets below the horizon, the wind just turns off. Like, it is dead calm. I was just fighting like 15, 20 mile an hour headwinds to get here. And now nothing. So pretty crazy. So I'm going to try to get this tent set up before all the mosquitoes come out too bad. But luckily I am surrounded by dragonflies. So they like mosquitoes, so I like them. So I'm sticking with the Hilleberg tent again because there's a chance of storms in the morning. So I've got it fully staked out. It takes forever. It takes 16 stakes to fully stake out this tent. And with all of them being these screws, it just takes a while. It's a lot of threading them into the ground, but I got it set. So I'm going to get everything in the tent. So it's funny, I still haven't even used my other tent that I've gotten yet because it's been so cool. I think the high today was 70 and it was windy, so today was absolutely beautiful. So a very wonderful start to August, but I'm sure it's not going to stick around. So I'm trying to enjoy it as much as possible. So the sun is set and I'm going to get everything in the tent and figure out supper because I am very hungry. I've been eating the normal amount of food that I've been eating this whole trip, but man, I am just hungry all the time now. I don't know if it's just from this trip or I'm burning more calories or what's going on, but I've been pretty hungry lately. Alright, I feel extremely blessed that I was able to find this camping spot because I was getting a little worried. I've been passing extremely steep banks and giant rock piles for the past couple hours, and I wasn't sure I was going to find a decent place to camp, and then just out of the blue this absolutely amazing spot popped up. So for supper I have Pinnacle Foods roasted chicken and white cheddar biscuit dumplings. So chicken and dumplings, I'm pretty excited about it. I am hungry, so I'm gonna get this rehydrated and go to bed because my video is already done. So hopefully this amazing calm sticks around tomorrow and I can get some good miles in. I'm gonna try to get up early and get out on the water a lot earlier than normal, so we'll see how that goes because there is a chance of storms in the morning, so that might change everything also. But yeah, I'm so glad I'm here and I'm so glad I was able to make some miles today. I had a really good day. So I think with that, I'm going to say good night. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video.